Day on the road here. I made it to Inuvik yesterday afternoon. I was able to limp the van across the tundra, so that was good. Yeah, I rebuilt a connector for the coolant sensor. I got rid of that butt splice. We'll see if this works now. Yeah, it always grounds in the system. Also, I noticed yesterday, driving back, that the CV joint that had previously made noise when I was in the Badlands several months ago, make noise again. So I'm going to try the same thing I did there, where I just jacked it up, moved it back and forth with no pressure on it. We'll see what happens. I do have new parts and tools to rebuild it, but hopefully it doesn't come to that and I'll be able to get this limping back through. I'm able to move it back and forth. You can tell. Doesn't sound the best, but this is what I did last time when I started doing that, so see what happens. Today's adventure, I left the lights on while I was sitting here writing a fat stack of postcards. A couple hours. So the main battery died, so I'm going to jump in with the secondary. See if it starts. Yeah, no. Almost. Yep, that's not going to happen. Not enough co-cray cams with this bad boy. Work. I'm currently attempting to charge it up with the solar panel. So I've laid out in the parking lot here. It's pretty overcast, so it's not doing much, but better than nothing. So I'm gonna let it sit for a few hours and see if anything happens. Hopefully the battery isn't toast, because I don't want to pay for a battery up here, because that's gonna be pretty expensive. All right, got it running again. Got the good old jump from the sun. Perfect. Finally leaving Inuvik. Got 767k to get to Dawson City. It's a lot of gravel between here and there. It's the last day asphalt here at Inuvik. There we go. Made some dinner finally. Cooked some real food. Cooked up some rice and some sausage and crap ton sriracha. It ain't much, but for me this is gourmet, high class cooking. It appears that I've just missed the ferry. Just as well. Give me some time to soak up some cell service before I cross the river here. Well, I think I found camp for the next few days here. Top of the mountain. Next to another cell service repeater. So it should be pretty fun. We'll be here for a day or two. Just hanging out, working on stuff, enjoying it. Go for some nice hikes. Should be pretty fun. Welcome to the Arctic here. It's windy, cold, and rainy. I've been huddled in the van for a couple days here. Just on top of this mountain. Probably why it's so windy, but damn. Because like someone's been outside shaking the van. Like 2 or 3 people trying to push it over. I've already been upside down in this van. I don't care to be so again. Damn, this has been going like this for over 36 hours, pretty much since I got here. It's pretty insane. Hard to sleep at night because of fucking rocking back and forth. This is probably the worst it's been. The longest it's been the worst. I don't know, I'm really cooking, thinking, well, I can't cook outside because of the wind. And I cook inside here. This van's moving so much, it's going to tip things over. There's no coffee this morning. Here we go. Off on the road again. I think I found camp for the night. It is just afternoon. I'm back in the Yukon and out of the wind. Nice little spot by this river here, more like a creek. So yeah, and these trees, nice change of scenery and no wind. Appears we have found ourselves a nice little bando here. Looks like an old maintenance shed. Yeah, now you're talking. Oh, no. It's a mattress if anyone's tired. Ooh, sidecar. That's cool. Looks like it caught fire here. Smells like it and looks like it. There's a problem. Looks like your fuel pump's bad. Someone might need that. Circle, going southbound again, and out the Arctic Circle, just like that. Man, the weeks I've been up here, colors have changed already. It's crazy. Oh, no stopping or parking. How the fuck is this then? I got back on the road here. The Chevy just had it flat, and they couldn't get really jacked up well with the soft mud. But luckily, the work crew stopped by and they had a big air jack for their truck, and they jacked it up. But of course, they couldn't get jacked up with their big jack with the blocks they had. So I gave them a block from my van where they were able to get the block jacked up just fine. Just the little things when you're stuck out in the boonies, and that'll make a big difference. So now I'm just following them to Eagle Plains, which is like 30k down the road. Make sure they get there all right. think it's the first time on this trip where it's been below freezing. 28 a few minutes ago, but now it's 29. It's a little chilly out. Did not want to get out of bed. But here we are. Look at that. There's even frost on the windshield. Camped out here. There's a gravel pit in Tombstone again. Nice little spot. Beautiful morning. I woke up to this. Well, they're being cold. Snow-capped peaks. Those weren't covered with snow when I was here last, just over a week ago. And all the tundra's changing color. Seasons are changing. It's time to get moving.
This time was harder than ever before. Chill on the sound of his key at the door. All life's mysteries unravel when my tires hit that gravel, and I leave the paved road far behind.
Here we go. That's the end of the Dempster Highway. First pavement in a long time. That was a wonderful 2 weeks on this highway. Now it's time to recoup in Dawson City for a little bit and then head on to Alaska. On to more adventures. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm never going to forget this highway. Nice smooth asphalt. It's very weird. I guess I get your tires back up. Man, it's a nice ride. Well, made it back to Dawson City, got some groceries, ate some planes, ordered some parts, some snow chains. Get back in Fairbanks in a week. I think this afternoon I'm going to cross the border back into Alaska. I'm going to drive this thing in the state. Should be fun. Back across the Yukon. I'm on the top of the World Highway. Heard it gets a little rough in some places up here, but people said that about the Dempster and it wasn't that bad, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, here we go. That's Alaska down there. That's the border checkpoint. I'm gonna see if they'll let us in. But I can't believe I'm seeing Alaska through my windshield of this thing. That is cool. Alaska, baby. I actually made it with the van. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Can't believe it's actually true, but I am now driving the van in the state of Alaska. Well, last one I'm going to update for a while, but here's the list so far. Home state of Iowa, out to Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, Wisconsin, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Minnesota, Michigan, Kansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Arizona, California, Texas, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Montana, British Columbia, Alberta, Yukon Territories, Northwest Territories, Alaska.